fellow Liberians. The days of the imperial presidency of a domineering and threatening chief executives are over.
In the country of fire and rubber, of war and forgotten hope, a girl was born in 1938. Her name was Ellen. She came from both privilege and poverty, both Americo-Liberian and indigenous blood. This child, quiet, thoughtful, was never supposed to be great. And yet, she would become the first woman to lead an African nation. Ellen Eugenia Johnson was born into a fractured nation. Her paternal grandparents were Gola, rural, indigenous. Her mother, Carney, descended from market women but adopted and raised by a German merchant and his Liberian wife. Her father would become the first indigenous Liberian to sit in the national legislature, a landmark many resented. Ellen was raised in the capital's tight circle of Americo-Liberian society, but never quite belonged. She grew up in two Liberias, one with manicured lawns, one with red dust and unmet dreams. She was always watching, always asking. At College of West Africa, she learned to analyze, question authority, and challenge ideas. But in 1955 Liberia, girls who were too smart were seen as trouble. Ellen wasn't just smart. She was political. She married young James Sirleaf, a promising agronomist, and moved to the United States. It wasn't a fairy tale. In the U.S., she studied economics while hiding bruises. Her marriage was turbulent. She earned a degree from Madison Business College, then a master's in public administration from Harvard. She read Keynes and Senator learned to speak the cold, exact language of fiscal reform. But every night she remembered Liberia, a nation where men ruled and women obeyed, where money flowed from iron ore but never reached the slums. She came back with degrees and determination. In the 1970s, she joined the Treasury Department, then became finance minister under President Tolbert. A woman among men, calm in a den of ego, she warned of spending excess. She proposed accountability. The powerful laughed. And then came 1980, a coup. Ellen's own name was on a list. She was arrested, imprisoned, spared, but not silenced. Ellen spoke out against Doe and paid the price. Twice imprisoned, once in a mosquito-infested cell with death just a signature away. She had 4 sons. She had survived beatings in her marriage. And still she stood in elections. Still she spoke the truth. This child will be great, she would later write. But greatness cost her everything. Safety, family, and the illusion of comfort. The 1990s shattered Liberia. Charles Taylor, a former ally of Doe, became a warlord president. His regime ruled through terror. Ellen fled again, worked abroad, and lobbied quietly. But in 2003, when Taylor fell, the nation begged for stability, for vision, for repair. In 2005, she ran for president, not as a symbol but as a technician, a survivor, an economist, a Liberian woman who had seen too much and lost too much to lie. She won, Africa's first elected female head of state, the Iron Lady of Liberia. Her presidency was not perfect. Corruption lingered, poverty endured. Critics accused her of favoring elites. But under her, Liberia saw peace after 14 years of war. Debt relief, school reform, infrastructure rebuilt. And for the first time, little girls in Liberia pointed to the capital and said, "That's ours." She wrote her truth in 2009, not just a memoir, but a testimony. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was not just Liberia's president. She was its reckoning, its wound and its salve. Brutal, brave, unapologetically a woman.
Women have a special sensitivity when it comes to the protection of people.